So decent fall in markets today, whether it's a normal fall or now, do we think that okay, bears are gripping the market? Let's analyze. I will try to put up some facts in front of you. Based on that, all of us can make a slightly calculated uh, judgment whether this market is now going to fall further or whether it's a 1 or 2 days of fall only. And in addition to that, we will see what kind of levels are expected for tomorrow's expiry. Right. So welcome to all of you to another live stream by this option school, and I am your friend Pradeep Singla. So today, if you have seen, markets have really gone turtle for like you can say this must be a welcome dip by many of the traders because markets has been going up in a very crazy manner, right? So most of us, yes, definitely wanted some kind of a relief, but the speed with which the markets had gone down today and yesterday definitely is surprising as always. So yesterday market has touched all-time high of 18,600, and today if you see it has touched a low of 18,209. So 400 points gone within a span of two sessions, right? So 209, thanks to all the levels, okay, 209 is sustained. We were thinking that, okay, it can go up to maybe 190 or so. After that, there is hardly any bottom. After that, straightway markets can go to close to 18,000 or 18,050 levels. Let's see, we will see those levels. But today, definitely, initially it was just okay, but then somewhere from here maybe around 10:30 10:45 it started falling, and it was a scary fall. You see, whenever markets fall, even if you're having some bearish position, you always feel something happening in the markets which is not so great. But yes, maybe to the relief of many traders, this was a good expected fall, and we have written that in our community YouTube community section also yesterday that okay, most of the time what we have seen maybe close to 20th 21st 22nd in all these bullish months, last 5 6 months, we have seen that okay, just for 2 days, maximum 3 days, markets will fall, and then ultimately it will resume its upward journey. That is what we have seen, and that is what we pointed out yesterday before opening of the markets yesterday. Although it was at around all-time high, that time we have written that okay, whether those 2 3 days will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or whether it can be like Friday or later, but most of the time it is seen that okay, it generally happens before the third week expiry. So this time also they have given a fall of roughly around 400 points from top. Now whether it will further resume its journey or whether it will remain like that, let's see with some more data. Now if you see, it's a Nifty's fall was definitely big today, although just just a shade less than 1%. But if you see, Bank Nifty was pretty okay, not a fall at all. There was no movement if you see end of day data for Bank Nifty. But if you see next Nifty 50, it was a big fall, 1.73%. If you see mid cap, it is 1.91%. Now this is something which gives us a hint that okay, most of the other things are also falling. So if you see broader markets, things have fallen much more compared to what has happened in Nifty. That gives a kind of a signal that okay, we can be in for a bigger fall also. But only thing we need to see, is it something which has which has become the trend of the market, that okay, keep the markets up and then maybe for 2 3 sessions bring it down, and generally bring it down by 2 3%, and then again resume the journey. If we are into uh, if market operators are again into that trick, that's a different game. Otherwise, this kind of a data where next 50 stocks have gone down by 1.73%, it's a huge fall, and mid caps have also gone down by almost 2%. Definitely it's a huge fall. So it may not stop here. Markets may have further dips. So this data is indicating, because broadly if you see Nifty sustained today, in spite of having a 152 points fall, it is just 0.83%. So had it been 1.2%, 1.3% kind of fall, we would have been very close to 18,000 or 18,050 levels, right? So this piece of data definitely indicates that okay, we can be in for a bigger fall if we just ignore that okay, this has been the trend in many months. If we ignore that historical piece, then this data definitely says that okay, we can be in for a bigger fall. What happened to Bank Nifty? Bank Nifty was much more stable thanks to, you see, SBI, Axis Bank, Federal Bank, most of these PSU banks, that okay, Bank Nifty didn't fall, although the bigger banks, HDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, they had a decent fall. Not, I'll not say they just crashed. They have a decent fall, but they had a good run up also. But surprisingly, Bank Nifty was very, very stable, and people trading in option selling, people selling options of Bank Nifty must be pretty much relieved, except that okay, yes, VIX has really, really gone up. So Bank Nifty behaving much better compared to Nifty for a change, and this is the again the kind of a trend which we have seen in the whole month, that okay, Bank Nifty has always shown much more stability compared to Nifty. Now, if we see cash FIs and DS data is not yet released. I don't know, it's pretty late, but okay, it's not released. As far as F&O is concerned, they have sold 298 crores of worth of index futures, and they have sold 1492 index options. So if they've sold 1492 index options, which is a good number, then we can be in for a kind of a stable expiry. Had it been a big buying number, then obviously it would have been an unstable expiry. So quite possible that tomorrow we have a slightly stable expiry, the kind of markets which we have seen in Bank Nifty. Right? Dow and Nasdaq are slightly positive, and VIX, as markets have gone down, obviously VIX has increased quite substantially. You can say 5.35%. Again, we are trading in a range of 18.3. So ultimately, if you want to catch up US markets, there the VIX is trading somewhere close to 15 to 16. So ultimately, our markets also need to go to those levels only. Although during the day we had the levels of 15 to 16 also, but then since at the end of the day market has really gone down, so 18.31 slightly on a higher side, but still acceptable as far as if you want to take new trades. That's a good VIX. 18.31 is definitely good VIX to take any new trades. But for existing trades, it can be slightly damaging. Any fall of 1 or 2 points from here, maybe 16, 15, 15.5, 16 will be good for existing positions, right? All of you are new to the channel, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button, and all of you are already part of this family, please go ahead and click on the like button. Your likes are always very precious to us, right? What Rajiv ji is saying, good evening, it was great experience from yesterday's session. Okay, yesterday we had a very good session with all our smart Edge members and our 2 days workshop participants, although we had got a huge number of registrations, but actual attendees were slightly less than registrations. But anyway, it was a very fulfilling session for me also. Applied yesterday's learning today in the morning at 9:20, now sitting with a great trade setup after today's fall. That's really great, Rajiv ji. So good evening, Rajveer ji. And Dow hits all-time high. Mr. Ram says, so if Dow is hitting all-time high, so tomorrow we can again expect that markets will resume their journey, and that means whatever act has been happening in all the previous past months, the same thing will be happening there also, right? Every month, last week is really down. Not last week, Mr. Yas, maybe few days from last week. So I have seen these are very coinciding dates: 19, 20, 21st, 22nd. On these 3 4 days, out of these 4 days, maybe 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, markets will fall, and then it will resume its upward journey. Now let us see what can we expect in expiry. Again, this is based on whatever is the data available, what traders are thinking, right? So all of us have right to go wrong in these kind of things, but still most of the times we see, more than 90% of time, these things really work. Now if we see, highest OI stands at 18,000 put and 18,500 call, which is pretty wide, and whenever highest OI is pretty wide, chances are markets will not move much. Whenever highest OI is the distance between highest OI is less, then chances of market making a big move are always high. Now if I consider 18,250 as a straddle, markets close at around 18,266. Premium is around 140 rupees. So if you add 140 to 18,250 on both the sides, that means somewhere close to 18,100 and 18,400. Now this premium is uh, very meaningful, because again, traders who have done this kind of a trade, they think that okay, if this is a 140 rupees premium, then their expectation that this market should expire somewhere between 18,100 to 18,400. That is why this premium is always very important. So what I have done, I've added 140 to this. In fact, I have added 150 to this, and I have subtracted 150 to this. And highest open interest is again uh, outside this range, so definitely this range can be respected by the markets, right? And but one thing which is there, the congestion is at 18,004. Highest congestion means the put and call sold positions are, or you can say open interest positions are highest at 18,400. Again, this data can change tomorrow, because tomorrow again there will be a huge amount of new positions open. But as of now, 18,400 is highest, and it's substantially higher than any other level. So this gives us a kind of indication that okay, market can make a move definitely towards 18,400. It will all depend upon what kind of opening we have. Now again, if we are seeing that okay, Dow Jones is making all-time high, all other global cues are moving, are giving a signal that okay, markets will move up, then definitely we may also open pretty high. We may open at around 18,300, 18,350. Then definitely this expiry will be a sort of a bullish expiry, which will be ending at around 18,400 or 18,430. So if we see that okay, this is a bullish kind of expiry, because global signals, as all of you are saying, are good. So 18,400 to 18,430 will be the range where this market will, uh, where this market should stop based on data. Now, Mr. Mahendra Chaudhary has said FI sold 1,800 crores and DI sold 1,600 crores in cash today. That's a decent selling. So that means with 1,800 crore and 1,600 crore, market should have gone down much more than 156, 160 points. So that means the third factor, which is becoming a very important factor in markets, retail participation, is still on the buying side, which has saved the fall of the market with 18 plus 16, 30, 3,400 crore selling. Market should have gone down by roughly 300 to 350 points. So maybe around 100 points, 100 to 200 points, I think, is saved by some retail participation, which has been the scene in these markets. So again, retail has participated and must have purchased a lot of other things. And you don't know that okay, out of this 1,800 and 1,600 crore, not everything is in index stocks, right? As we have seen, the mid cap stocks have really gone down. The next 50 stocks have really gone down by almost 2%. So most of this selling has happened into non-index stocks. That is why market has not gone down by 300 or 400 points. Market has gone down by 150 points only. So if this kind of a selling continues tomorrow, and then obviously the next cycle will be like okay, some of the index stocks will start getting a beating, then we can be in for a further dip in the markets. But again, if this is a trend which has been happening from the past, then tomorrow we may be in for a bullish expiry. So in case of a bullish expiry, chances are we may open gap up by 70, 80 points. We continue there and make another move of 30, 40 points in the end. So ultimately, we can have an expiry very close to 18,400, 18,430. Now, why I am saying 18,430? Because 18,400 call, the closing price is 28 rupees. So if I add 18,400 plus 28, 18,428, 18,430, that is the range where market should definitely stop at least. So in case we have a runaway rally, because we are seeing that okay, Dow and Nasdaq close at a very high level, then things can be different. Market may straight away open at 18,370, 380. Then also once market has opened, it will have a very narrow range, and then we can see that okay, 18,430, definitely it will stop at these levels. If it wants to go further up, then it will definitely it should stop at these levels, and maybe 10, 20 points here and there it can come back also. And we will see what kind of lower levels we can see in Nifty. Now if you see a change of open interest and open interest analysis, if we mix both the analysis and try to find out a level, then it says that okay, market is going towards 18,250. Market has closed at 18,260. So OI data is not giving us any indication which direction the market will go, right? Uh, but maybe the global cues, as all of you are saying, that so it can be a bullish expiry. But if it goes down, let us see what kind of levels we can see in the market. So levels to watch for, we do not know where the markets will open, right? So levels to watch for on upside, first level to watch for is 18,350. So if it is a bullish expiry, obviously market can open somewhere close to 18,350, which is 70, 80 points gap up opening, which is very common nowadays. Next level definitely to watch for is 18,430, and ultimate level to watch for is 18,460. It will be a real surprise in case we see markets going above 18,460, and markets do have a habit of surprising most of us, right? So Mr. Riaz is saying FI sold. Okay, thanks you. Hi, Mr. Nilesh. And oil is hitting $85. Doesn't affect us much. Everything is passed on to customers. Diwali, everybody need money, so there will be some minor downside. Okay, that's an interesting piece of data. That okay, do we see that markets go down every Diwali? I need to see this data, right? Uh, Raghav says BTC making a new high. Okay, how does BTC correlates with these markets? We again need to ascertain that with some rules, right? Dow and SGS went negative slightly. I don't know. I'm not watching Dow right now. So if it is a negative thing, so definitely we need to watch for downside. Now downside. First level to watch for is 18,210, 18,190, 18,190. You see, again there is a theory in the technical analysis. You say that whatever gaps market has made, if you see in previous few sessions, market has made big gap ups. So there is no trading within those gaps. So some of those gaps got filled today, and another gap which needs to be filled is around 18,195 to 18,209. Today market made a low of 209. So that is why the previous gap was up to 18,193 if I am not wrong, 2-3 points here and there. So it was definitely expected that okay, market can come down to almost 18,190 levels to fill that gap. It didn't happen today. So tomorrow, in case we are in for a bearish expiry, so quite possible that market can make a dash towards 18,190 first level to see. Then 18,130 is the level basically calculated based on what are the premiums available in options. Otherwise, if you see technically, then the next level available for market is 18,050, right? So 18,050 means market is making another low of another 210 points. So that can be really dangerous. But yes, we should be very cautious. This is also possible. It all depends. Okay, what kind of opening market gives. So if you see a broader range, 18,460 to 18,050, and if you see a smaller range is 18,350 to 18,210. But definitely this is the level to watch for. In case this level doesn't get broken right in the opening, then this will definitely provide a lot of support to the market, right? So let us see what kind of uh, plan is there by market operators, where our markets heading. But yes, 18,050 is a pretty strong support, and it's not very easy that markets will just crash down below 18,050. What about Bank Nifty? Bank Nifty again was very stable today, and roughly around 400 premium is there at the straddle, which is around what 39,500. So on upside, if you see 39,775 and 39,950, these are the only two levels on the upside, and otherwise it can go up to 40,060 or 40,070 levels if it really goes up. And on downside, 39,000. In fact, 39,300. After that, there is hardly any level because 39,000 is the highest open interest level we have chosen it. Otherwise, if you see, if Bank Nifty starts drifting down, today Bank Nifty has not at all participated in the fall of markets today, right? So if Bank Nifty start drifting down, the next level for Bank Nifty is somewhere close to 38,600. So we need to be very cautious in case we are going to sell any puts of Bank Nifty. Be cautious that okay, after 39,300, in fact 39,000 just we have taken because it's highest open interest. But otherwise, if you see the all other data, next level where Bank Nifty takes its support is somewhere close to 38,676, 38,700. So if it starts drifting down below 39,000, it can have a very fast and furious downward move of 300-400 points. So we should be very cautious. And another fact is that today Bank Nifty has not at all participated in the fall. So tomorrow, if Bank Nifty says that okay, today I will make a fall in the market, so even if Nifty is supporting the market, Bank Nifty can have a fall, and again we can see that okay, market hovering around this 18,100 to 18,300 kind of levels. So everything depends. Okay, that 50, 60, 70 points of lead market takes in which direction, whether it is in the gap up side or whether it is on the gap down side. Accordingly, all these levels will get challenged, and all of you know how to use these levels. Whenever these levels are touching, you can take some kind of a contra trades, and healthy premiums are available. I'm saying even for 28th of October, really good premiums are available, right? So what Mr. B Kalasaran saying, sir, what if I'm holding IRTC options and it is in loss? You see, IRTC is like you can say crazy stock. What we have seen is 6,000 and then almost 4,000, 2,000 points. So these are all becoming sort of a punter stocks. So if you are doing any options trading in this, I have never traded in IRTC options. I don't know whether they are there or not. So IRCTC type of stocks, if you're trading it, it is always better that you should be 100% hedged, right? The stock which can give a move of around 2,000 points in 2,000 rupees in 1 or 2 days is really dangerous. So stay away. So first basic principle of trading options, you should be trading in options. If you're selling options, in only those stocks which are very stable. If you are trying to trade stocks which are highly unstable, which are highly volatile, then you should be almost always on the buying side of things, not on the selling side of things, right? How will you recover? I have no idea, Mr. Kalan, how you will recover, because this kind of stocks are very difficult in case you have gone into any kind of a loss, right? The way stock is moving, it's uncontrollable. So always remain hedged, right? IRCTC is in F&O ban. Now, F&O ban, one thing you must be sure that, okay, even in ban, this also we learned this in a hard way. Even in ban, you can close your existing position, and in fact, there is a way that you can shift your existing. You cannot create a new position. Suppose you have 10 lots sold, you can definitely change the strike price of those 10 lots with the help of your broker. It's not that, okay, you have 10 lots sold, now you can make it 12. You cannot increase the position, but within the same position you can change the strike price. You have to take help of your broker. That is possible even if the stock is in a ban, and that's really bad. That, okay, if the stock is in a ban, and generally if the stock has fallen and it has gone into ban, it will further fall. That is the experience. If stock has gone up and then it goes into ban, it will further go up, because if it is going up, then obviously people who have shorted the stock, they are into trouble. And then once it is in ban, they will not allow you to really get out easily. Similarly, if the stock has gone down, so maybe people who have shorted puts, they are into trouble. And since the stock is in the ban, you think that, okay, you cannot do anything. So again, the stock tend to move in the same direction where it has moved earlier. So be very careful. You will not be in a position to add new positions when it is in a ban, but yes, you can shift positions. Take help of your broker. That is really possible, right? So Dr. Bhaskar says, good evening. After a long time, positions are now looking reasonably safe, although high VIX is giving M2M negative on false. Don't worry, you have huge amount of you see premiums available on December. Even 20,000 calls are priced very well. So toss will never go wrong. Don't worry, Dr. Bhaskar. Right? Simple strategy for tomorrow: book profits on fall, new trades if upward movement. That's good. Depending upon, you see, whether if you are getting profits on fall, that is something you need to see, Mr. Rajiv, right? Not everybody will be having this kind of position that, okay, if market falls, you will be into profit. So here, since we are discussing yesterday also, since there are still a lot of traders who are having deep in the money calls in the system. So definitely use this as an opportunity to shift your deep in the money calls into maybe at the money, or at least reduce the moneyness, right? If your calls were at around 17,500, 600, good opportunity to bring those calls into November or December at around 18,000. Instead of selling only a call, you can sell a straddle, and you can complete the premium of 17,500. So this is a good opportunity. Market has given a 400 points dip already. If we see the historical trend, this dip may not sustain. Market will start moving up only. But if this is something which is very broader, since mid caps are also involved, next 50 Nifty are also involved, so then we can see another fall of 200 points from here. We do not see markets very quickly moving towards 18,000 levels, but yes, up to 18,050 there are some gaps which are yet to be filled, and market can definitely uh, fill those gaps and then start going up. But then let us use this as an opportunity to take care of any stuck up positions, right? So we have two recorded workshops: Mastering Iron Condors, Butterfly, Iron Butterfly, Nifty, Banknifty, and I will say definitely these are the markets where you need to do only very well hedged trades. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to handle these kind of markets. Anybody interested in this can send us a WhatsApp on the number shown on the screen. Next 2 days workshop is happening on 23rd and 24th of October. Very low risk setups. I will not say low risk, very low risk setups. Right trading and adjustment methods, back testing of trades, firefighting methods. Everything will be covered very, very comprehensively, and all the material also will be shared with the participants. Since I converted my Iron Condor to Z Lizard last week, added some more on Monday. That's really great. Z Lizard is definitely working well, but yes, Z Lizard is a good strategy for bullish markets. And from last 2 days, markets are slightly on a lower side. So be careful on the put side trajectory. Right. So anybody willing to join our workshop can contact us on this number 958-285-3463. Do join us on Twitter for during market interactions @the option school. For anything, you can contact us on these numbers. You can write to us at info@the option school. What about likes? Hopefully, all of you have already clicked on the like button. If you have not done it so far, please go ahead and do that. Your likes are always very precious to us. Share this video to somebody whom you think it will be useful. Write your comments, questions, suggestions, any feedbacks in the comment section. We will be more than happy to answer that. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button. So tomorrow is another weekly expiry. Wish you all the best for your trades. Any trade which gets stuck up, again for the sake of repetition, I'm saying do not close that trade just like that and book your losses. Always roll over the trade. So always roll over put for put, always roll over call for call. Do not change the direction of the trade. If you change the direction of the trade, it is quite possible that rising markets can also give you a loss and falling markets can also give you a loss, right? So always, let us say you have some 18,200 puts. If market starts falling, shift those puts to 18,000, 17,800. Huge premiums are there. In fact, 18,000 put of October can go to somewhere around 17,200, 300 of November. So we are getting a huge gap. And in case markets start rising or remain there only, even those puts will lose money, right? In case of falling markets. In case of rising markets, less. If you have like 18,300, 18,400 kind of a call, and market is giving a expiry above that, shift those calls to 18,600, 700, 800. If you take it to November, and you can go up to 19,000 also. So it's always a good strategy. Give your trades more space and more time so that you can recover any kind of damage in the trade. Wish you all the best and see you all tomorrow. Good night.